Brigadier Rowland, the stereotype of the Salvation Army that it seems that most people have is the band marching down the street, beating the drum, blowing the horn, saving souls. But this is not really the case of the Salvation Army. There's a lot more to it than this, isn't that right?
Yes, you're right, Andy. Of course, our primary objective is to bring men and women, boys and girls, into a right relationship with God. And we use various means of doing this.
I think most people don't realize that it has a religious backing.
Yes, we do. And of course, we use a social approach. You see, originally, the founder of the Salvation Army realized that there were many people who were not accepted in the conventional churches. They didn't have the kind of clothing to wear in the church. They weren't of a social standing that they would be accepted in many of the finer churches. So he went to these people who, they still had a soul need, but his approach was through a social program. He felt that if he were to give them shoes to put on their feet and food to put in their stomachs, then they would listen to what he would have to say about religion. And of course, since that time, we have combined the two. And we approach a person about their relationship with God as a result of our social program. Although I suppose I should say at this point that we do not limit our social program to this. We don't automatically insist that somebody go to our church, for example, because we help them socially. We do not do this, but our primary and ultimate purpose is to help people in their own spiritual life.
Now, you are a state commander of the Salvation Army, correct?
Yes, and for the state of Indiana, correct.
And you are in charge of 34 Corps centers?
That's correct.
And what is termed a Corps center?
Well, a Corps would be comparable to a church. We have a membership. But in addition to that, of course, we have much social work that is associated with our organization. We are more than a church in the sense that we do not confine ourselves just to religious services and religious worship, but we go beyond that to help the social needs of the community.
You have stores also to help the community, as you said, to put food in their stomachs and shoes on their feet, and the local Salvation Army has such, right?
Yes, that's correct. People who do not have the means to buy what they need in the larger stores, more expensive stores, can come to our places, our stores, and it's a service to them. They can buy inexpensively at our places, and yet at the same time it helps us meet a social need.